Hello, I'm Jaehyung Jang. I'm going to talk about to find peace in the economy. I think peace in the economy is not a big gap between rich and the poor. The gap between the rich and poor has been a persistent social problem, but it has become more serious due to the current COVID-19 crisis. While reading the newspaper article about COVID-19 titled "Nobody Could Have Been an Exception," it came to my mind that we should all work together to overcome the crisis of the COVID-19 pandemic. Soon, by reading the article, the weakest in society collapsed first. There were some worries that the current coronavirus crisis could widen the economic gap between the rich and the poor, and bring about an unfavorable social atmosphere. In order to create the peace we are talking about, although we can't achieve absolute equality, shouldn't we narrow the income gap and widen the scope of mutual sympathy? To bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, I think it is the first to find ways to increase growth potential. To explain the nation's distribution structure in the same way, the fastest improvement in the nation's distribution structure was in the era of high growth. When our economy was good, that is the income gap among different classes. But since 2003, the income gap between classes has widened due to the economic downturn. If our industry develops with various ideas and systems are ready to support everyone's growth potential, will we be able to recreate the favorable economic situation in which the income gap was eased as we experienced in the past? Also, to reduce the income gap between the rich and the poor, I think the first thing we should do is to help poor people solve their basic needs such as food, clothing, and shelter. Minimizing the gap between the rich and the poor and securing basic needs for all people can be a step closer to a peaceful society. On the occasion of the youth activity at the 2020 History NGO Conference, I finished the article thinking that we can move to the time of peace again if the gap between the rich and the poor is not that large and we develop everyone's growth potential. Thank you for listening.